Hi everybody, this is Jerry Bulda at Clare Controls. Welcome to another edition of Clare Tech Tuesdays. Today I would like to talk about a brand new ClareHome version 5.5 release feature. What this allows you to do is create keypads or configure keypads in both the Clare Assist tool, which is for dealers, and the ClareHome app, which is our normal home automation app, which is used by both dealers and end users. There's a few differences between keypads. We've changed a couple things around as far as using the keypads. There were 3 ways to configure keypads in the past. Now we have 2 different ways to try to simplify it. So now there's only 2 types of keypads. One could be a scene, which would be running a macro with a button. The other way, it would be a toggle, which means hitting it once turns the light on, hitting it again turns the light off. There's a difference between a physical keypad, which is a Z-Wave 5-button keypad, and a virtual keypad, which of course would only be available in the ClareHome app, which there's no physical keypad. These things can be used mostly if you have a lot of lighting devices with no physical keypad. You might want to put all your favorite buttons or something in those 16-button configuration on the virtual keypad. So what I would like to do is do a quick demo and show you what both of these keypads look like and how easy these are to configure with the Install Assist tool. So I'm going to open this up, and as you can see on the screen, this is just like an iPhone 6 Plus. So I'm going to go ahead and do the demonstration using this simulator. Go ahead and click Add Configured Devices, and you'll see you can click the plus. We've now added lighting. When you click the lighting, you have 2 choices. You have Z-Wave lighting above, and you have virtual keypad. If you have a 5-button Z-Wave keypad, a physical keypad, you would go ahead and add it as a regular Z-Wave device. Once it's added as a regular Z-Wave device, you can go ahead and continue to configure the buttons. I don't have a physical one, so I'm going to go ahead and do the virtual keypad. The first one I would like to do is going to be for making a scene keypad. So I'm going to add the device, and I'll just name this one Scenes. You can select an area. I'm going to go ahead and configure and start naming the buttons here. I've already have pre-configured scenes, so I'm going to go ahead and name the buttons. And of course you can have up to 16 configurable buttons here on a virtual keypad. Of course you'd only have 5 if it's a physical keypad. So type those in. And if I wanted to continue to add buttons, I'd click the Add button. Now I need to tell the system what I want these buttons to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add Configuration. This brings me right into the screen. You can see you can use any of the steps that you've got, any of the different products or devices you have configured already on the system, or you can take a previously configured scene from Fusion and use those as well. So I'm going to grab House Off. One thing I want to say, you can see it's a Do This When. You never have to configure the when. That's already configured for you. So if I click here, you're going to see it's already selected for you. So we tried to make this as easy as possible so to configure that part of it for you. So now my first button is going to run the House Off macro. I have to go back now. I'm going to save this. You got the save at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go back, and I have not done button 2 yet, so I'm going to go ahead and add the configuration for button 2. That one is Start School Day. I've got that in here somewhere if I can find it in all these scenes. And there we go, Start School Day. Again, I'm going to save. And that's it. That virtual keypad, if you wanted to just have a couple buttons, that one's done. So you can see that one's how I would do a scene keypad. Next, I'm going to go back again. And this time I'm going to go in and create a brand new keypad. And this one is going to be for lighting only. So the difference between the two, if you're using only lighting on the keypad, the system has logic in it. So if you're using just lights, you'll be able to create a toggle keypad where, like I said earlier, you press once for on and press again to turn it off. So configure device. This one will do a couple of different lights. Add the configuration, add another button. And those are a couple of dimmers. Again, I'm going to go ahead and go to Add Configuration. This time I'm going to go to Lighting, find my kitchen light, This happens to be a dimmer. I'm going to crank that up to 100 and save the button. Go back in again and configure the second button. And this was the breakfast nook this time. And that's also a dimmer. Crank that up to 100%. Save. And now if I go back into configure, once I've put those two lighting devices and associated those with the buttons, you see I've got a brand new selection here that says create toggle action. So I'm going to do that for both buttons. So now it's a toggle. So I've got two keypads, two virtual keypads. One is for scenes and one is for strictly for lighting devices. So those are the two different kinds. Again, just to recap, this is available in both the Install Assist tool. It's available in the ClareHome app. A virtual keypad, you can have up to 16 configurable buttons, and a virtual keypad is only available in the ClareHome app. There's no physical keypad. Other than that, if you need more information or if you want to do comparisons of the buttons, things like that, I invite you to go out to our knowledge base where there's lots of information you could read through. There's a nice search. You can search for information if you need it. And that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and please stay tuned for the next Clare Tech Tuesday video. Thank you.